Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner. Welcome back for some more Deathgate. Let's kill a merchant, shall we? Okay, we have a lockpick. You gently slip the lockpick inside the heavy iron lock. After it slides solidly into place, you carefully examine the lock, trying to decide how to manipulate the lockpick to unlock the door. Jiggle produces a tick, thunk, and clack. Fail to open the door. Okay, so we need to find the combination of sounds. So I actually have to do something. Let's do tick, clack, thunk. Okay, it doesn't start with click. Let's go with turn, thunk, tick, clack, no. Thunk, clack, tick. Okay, so it starts with the last one. Push. Do these actions... I wonder if these actions will make the same sounds for every lock. Let's make a small note here. So push makes the clack. Then if I turn, thunk. And if I jiggle, tick. This is not correct. So it should be push, clack, jiggle, tick, and finally turn, thunk. Okay. Now I know the sounds that it has to make to open every lock. The lockpick produces a thunk, the merchant's lock clicks, and the door cracks open. You pocket the lockpick with a sly grin. The house is all but empty. Its contents, save for a few spare items, have been taken away. Is he hiding in the painting? There's only one room in the entire house. Okay. Check the fireplace. The fireplace is made of irregular but expertly fitted stone. A full-length mural hangs above a broad mantel. Okay, poetry book. Love poems. How nice. The wind. She lifts from the mist in the morn, she breathes the first air of the day. She flies towards the rise as she's born, but dies before she's away. When time comes for wine she doth linger, and trails her hand in the stream. She knows as it flows through her fingers, it is far deeper than it seems. Beware of the rare time she toils, she wears down mountains in her path. The friends she depends on are loyal, but all else should fear her wrath. She sings of all things in her chorus, the rustle of leaves is her song. Betrayed by the shade of the forest, the time when dark falls sees her gone. Is this a riddle? Or is it just about the winds? Here's a clock. It's strange that the clock was left here and all the other furnishings were taken. Closer examination reveals that the clock is bolted to the mantel. You also see that the only moving part is its one hand. It has no winding key, no gears or wheels, and therefore, as far as you can tell, no way to keep time. Oh. Dark time, misty morn, toil time, mid-cycle, wine time. The object here is select the correct sequence of settings on the clock. When you select a setting, the hand on the clock will move to the corresponding tick mark on the clock face. You can select a setting by clicking on the area immediately clockwise of the tick mark on the clock face or on the corresponding tick mark itself. Oh, I believe this has to do with the poetry book. I remember the wine time, so let's see. She lifts from the mist of the morn, the first air of the day. She flies towards the rise as she's born, but dies before she's away. So morning or something. Time comes for wine, so there was the wine time. Rare time she toils. Wears down mountains, friends depends are loyal, all else should fear wrath. She sings of all things, rustle of leaves, betrayed by the shade, the time when dark falls. So before we use that, can I use magic on the portrait? Reality pocket. Maybe it's where he keeps the secret journal. Oh. You form the spell in the air. The glowing lines float over to the mural and sink into the surface. An uneven circle, like a hole in the painting, pulls back from the center to the frame, leaving something like a doorway into the scene. A figure stands uncomfortably in the center of an artist's studio. Is that the merchant? Oh, it has the amulet. It is the merchant. Okay, so let's solve the clock puzzle first. So, Misty Morn. Why? Which one is this? So if this is Misty Morn, toil, mid-cycle, wine time, nothing happens. Let's go to the wine time, I think. This is a bit confusing. Mid-cycle, toil time. Nope. I'm assuming this one is Misty Morn. These don't really I don't understand which name is associated with this. Misty Morn, wine time. Mid-cycle. Why do I go all the way around for this one? Like this. Toil time. Nope. Misty Morn. Okay, it made a sound. Is it doing anything? No. Hold on, where is the mid-cycle in this? So, morn, first air, towards the rise. Time comes for wine. Rare time she toils. Huh. What is the mid-time? Lifts from the mist in the morn, flies towards the rise. Time comes for wine, trails her hand in the stream. Beware of the rare time she toils. No. I don't see anything that has to do with the mid-time. Okay, starting on the misty morn. It will correspond to the corresponding tick mark on the clock face. You can select the setting by clicking on the area. Oh, when I select the setting, so misty morn. Go to wine time. Okay, so I was right. Go to toil. Mids. Nope. Maybe it's not mid-time. Misty morn, wine time, toil time. Maybe mid-cycle doesn't even factor into this. Dark time. Yeah, it doesn't. No wonder there was no mid-time in the poem. It's not used for anything. One of the stones surrounding the fireplace pops open. Inside the compartment you discover a leather-bound journal. So here is the secret journal from the merchant. I'm not used to keeping a journal, but my thoughts are in turmoil, and I have no one to talk with about them. I figure that by writing down my feelings I might be able to sort through them. Put simply, I have met a woman. She is incredible. She is beautiful, rich, and well-bred. The perfect match for me. I saw her in the gardens. She was sitting at the fountain looking over the flowers, and she said in a melodious voice, "Everything here is so beautiful. I love it so much." She breathed heavily and pouted. She was so cute that I had to approach. I snuck up behind her and whispered, "How much?" She looked rather startled, but recovered nicely, obviously recognizing me as the most successful merchant in the city. "The garden takes me away from my horrible life," she replied. "I love it more than anything, truth be told." "That was before you met me," I stated. She giggled, and at that moment I knew that she was for me. I've never met anyone that I've reacted to so strongly. I must have her. Normally women pursue me. I am the most successful merchant in the city and the notoriety of my magic amulet is widespread, but I've never invested so much of myself in one woman. If you won't have me, I don't know what I'll do. More later. Okay, entry 7. Every time I see her, I yearn to spend more and more time with her. We've started meeting at the old stream where I played when I was a child. It makes me so happy to show her my old haunts. Taking her across the stepping stones was an absolute joy. She would only walk across while holding my hand. She was terrified of getting her dress wet. Each step took her further away from the shore, and by the 5th, the last, she collapsed in my arms. I'll have to take her back here more often. Entry 11. Deidre is beginning to open up to me. Her life, although not quite the horror story she believes it to be, has been hard. Her father died when she was young, and her mother remarried a cruel man who tries to control Deidre's life. He doesn't care about her, he only thinks about her dowry, what she is worth. He wants only to preserve her value as a marriage object. She doesn't remember much about her real father. She does recall that he used to read her bedtime stories when she was very young. One especially caught her fancy, The Bouncing Beans. When I told her that I was read the same story long ago, she smiled so sweetly that it warmed my whole day. I must have her as my wife, regardless of her penny-pinching stepfather. He may ask for the world, but I will pay it. More later. Entry 20. Her stepfather has cloistered her away. It was obviously his plan to allow her to be with me just long enough to whet my interest. And now that the relationship has progressed, he has snatched her off and is demanding a wedding. I certainly don't mind the idea of a wedding, I made that decision long ago. But I do object to his keeping me away from her while he decides what the dowry will be. Undoubtedly, he is poring over financial records trying to calculate how much he can safely gouge out of me. All I can do is wait. 21st entry. This waiting is driving me mad. I can't concentrate on my business, I'm useless for any task. I've repeatedly asked her stepfather if he has come to a decision, and each time he sends me away without an answer. The last time he bellowed that he would send a messenger when his decision was made and that I should stop bothering him in the meantime. So what can I do? I wait and I wait. 22nd entry. Since I cannot do my job, I've decided to commission a portrait, if only to use up some time while I await the messenger. Naturally, I have hired Leonard Bogash. His reputation for excellence is widespread throughout the realms. He is due to arrive in the next few days. 23rd entry. The portrait goes well. Leonard has lived up to his reputation. However, the endless hours of sitting do not take my mind off my prospective bride. Instead, the modeling just gives me more time to dwell on missing her. I expect the messenger any day now. According to her stepfather, I am to give the dowry directly to the messenger. Only after he delivers it will I see my darling Deidre again. I argued about handing over what I expected to be a fortune to a stranger, so we agreed that the messenger would identify himself with a few facts that only my fiancé and I know. Then again, I would have agreed to anything to hurry the old coot up. 24th entry. The painting is done and still the messenger hasn't arrived. I wonder if that man realizes the pain he is putting me through, or if he even cares. 25th entry. The messenger has finally arrived. After confirming his identity, I gracefully handed over the obscene sum that Deidre's stepfather demanded. It will take quite a few years to regain that amount, but any amount would be worth it to end my torment. Deidre is due here at any time, so I must end this. So was he cheated? 72nd entry. I have finally confronted the Brotherhood about the unfair taxes which they levy against this town. They act as if they own Skirvash. They've been a thorn in my side ever since I arrived here. Thus far I've given them no reason for taking action against me, but now I'm a little worried that I have provoked them with my talk about unfair taxes. I can only hope that my amulet will keep them at bay. 73rd entry. I'm certain of it now. They are after me. I replaced the lock on my door with the best I could find, but it didn't stop last night's intruder. If not for my amulet, I'd be dead. I'm getting out of here. Sooner or later, they're going to figure out how to neutralize my magic, and when they do, I'm done for. I'm packing up everything I can carry, and I'll be out of here tomorrow. Well, tough luck, buddy. Enter the portrait. You climb onto the mantle and into the painting. You find yourself standing in the artist's studio, facing a young man awkwardly holding himself in a stiff pose.
Hello, my good man. Have you seen the artist? I'm getting very tired of standing in this position.
No, I haven't seen him.
Well, I'm not sure how long I can keep this up. I'm only doing this in order to fill time anyway. Who are you, by the way?
I'm a collector. I've heard about your amulet, and I was wondering if you'd be willing to part with it.
If you've heard of my amulet, you've also heard that I'm not willing to part with it for anything. It's not for sale or trade. Now, thank you for inquiring, but this conversation is over.
He advances towards you, and you reflexively take a step back, tumbling out of the painting and onto the stone floor. Okay, I have to cast this again. Okay, maybe I'll just tell him. So, is he the actual merchant? Why wasn't he, why didn't he really question who I was? I mean, he is hiding.
Hello, my good man.
Yes. He told me to tell you to take a break.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. That position had me stiffening up. Not really worth the effort, if you ask me. I'm only doing it to fill time anyway. Who are you, by the way?
So I can't kill him while he has the amulet, so what are the options? I'm a messenger from your wife-to-be.
I'm a messenger from your wife-to-be. She sent me with the dowry information you've been waiting for.
Oh? What does my little doe want?
Your amulet.
It's quite simple. She wants your magic amulet.
She wants my amulet? My most prized possession? I don't believe it. How do I know you aren't lying?
Because this is such a serious subject. I wouldn't lie about something like this.
I can't just give away something this valuable to someone who claims he's a messenger from my fiancé. The person she was to send was supposed to know some very personal facts about her, things no one besides me would know. If you can answer these questions, I'll believe you are who you say. First, can you tell me what her favorite bedtime story was?
Hold on, so is the merchant gone? Is this just his portrait? His portrait self? Because he gave the dowry already, so... And he's being hunted by the Brotherhood, so he would be wary if I came inside the painting. That must be it, actually, the bouncing beans.
The bouncing beans?
Interesting. Now, tell me this. How many stepping stones were there over the old creek where we used to meet?
Oh, was it 5?
5?
There's only one more. What did I whisper to my lady the first time we met?
How much?
How much?
That's correct. You've answered all of my questions. I have no choice but to believe that you are who you claim to be. As I have told my lady, I would give up anything to be with her. She obviously wishes to test this promise by asking for my most prized possession. I will give it to you in hopes that she will realize that my love for her surpasses any material item.
He sighs heavily as he removes the amulet from around his neck and hands it to you. You bow and walk away out of the painting and back into the house. After you leave the portrait, the spell wears off and the portal closes. Okay, we have the amulet. It's a lovely silver amulet which glows a very faint white. Okay, have the amulet, so let's give it to... Oh. Hold on, didn't I save? Oh, did I restore? I restored, didn't I? Damn it. Okay, let me just do this again and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, done it again. The questions were the same, by the way, so I guess they're not random. Hey, Mr. Hugh.
Yes? Is there something else?
I have the amulet. Here it is.
I didn't think you could do it. Now I have no doubts that you're perfect for the Brotherhood. Come with me.
He leads you up to the front of the tower. With motions too quick to follow, rendered in the blink of an eye, he has opened the concealed door. He ducks inside and motions you to follow.
This is the Tower of the Brotherhood, my friend. You'll come to know it well. To the right is the storeroom where we keep the key crystals. You'll learn more about those after you've joined. In front is the legendary treasure room, and to the left is the initiation room. It is here that we go. I noticed that you've taken a beating recently. This healing salve should help. A good assassin is never without it. Wait here. I will be back in an hour or so to proceed with the initiation. Try not to think about the pain involved.
He walks out, grinning evilly. Okay, we are inside the Tower of the Brotherhood. Okay, let's check the map. There's still this area we haven't gone to. Okay, we're inside the tower. We'll fully explore it next time. For now, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed some more Deathgate. And as usual, don't miss the next episode, because I won't. I will see you all next time.